Alright, tool groupies, we got us a job going on today. Basically, I got a call from a client that I work for, and they say, hey, we need you to run in here and check out this guy's plumbing problem. His sink is backing up and overflowing, all that stuff. We go to run an auger down it. We've been here before. Same thing happened a month ago, but this time the auger wouldn't go more than 3.5 to 4 foot down. Whenever I was pulling the auger out this time, it had some dirt residue just packed in the tip of that coil. They wanted to confirm that it could be an auger, so we got us a camera. We tried to run the camera down there. The camera would not go. We called up a buddy. He brought over his camera, run that camera down in there. He couldn't make out anything from it either, so he run his auger down there. Ultimately, we had the exact same conclusion because this is going to end up being a moderately decent job this morning. So we're going to go cut through this guy's cement floor and see what the problem is, because I guarantee you we got some failed cast iron pipe. We'll see what other problems we find when we get there. Since I know I'm going to get sweaty doing this kind of work today, the first thing I did was throw me on some Mando whole body deodorant to get me through the day. After all, this is going to be a little bit of a smelly job whenever we cut into them sewer lines. The least I can do is smell good while I'm working. Now, like I said, we run this auger several times. Whenever it was bringing up dirt, we decided to take apart the drain lines and put a bladder in it. Once we put the bladder in it, we was hoping it would push through the clog. Unfortunately, all it did was back up into the bathtub and the sink here in the bathroom. That means the sink in the bathtub drops into this pipe before it gets to the clog. If nothing's going through it, chances are we got some collapsed pipe down inside there. That's when we got our camera to try to feed it down the hole to see if we could see anything. Unfortunately, the camera would not go. Now the only reasonable thing left to do is get this concrete busted up, get down in here to the pipe so we can see what's going on. This is the moment some other contractor buddies come over to help out with this job. And as you can see, we're using the Hilti Demolition hammer. This is a spectacular tool to have. In my opinion, it definitely performs a little bit better than what the Hercules version does, and it's about the same performance as what the Bosch is. There was a 4-inch slab of concrete and wire beneath it. Then we had all dirt and gravel, and the rest of it's cast all the way down, so we got to dig it out. And one guy on the job site today invested nothing but Bauer power tools from Harbor Freight, so we're going to see how they do. I like this Bauer impact driver or the cordless grinder. Now when you bust up the concrete to get down to the gravel and dirt, you can either shovel it out of there or you can hook a vacuum up to it. And we went and got this attachment to hook up to a bucket, and let me tell you, this shop back here is extremely powerful. Pulling all these gravels out of here, not a problem. Straight into the bucket it goes. You just got to make sure the line don't get clogged up every now and then, and it saves you from replacing bags all the time. I just now bought this Craftsman LED light, and it's on sale for 50 bucks down from 80. Spectacular light to have. I'm definitely going to go get one myself. But now we can see the drain pipe that we're looking for. It appears to be a street 90 running straight into the ground. My bet is it goes about 3 or 4 feet over, and then it drops down into the main. So we're going to have to go over and dig this out on the other side of the wall, which is unfortunately where the kitchen cabinets and sink is. This Craftsman light done a great job of lighting up the workspace. We was also using the Bauer Impact, the Bauer oscillating tool, the miniature SDS Demo hammer, the Bauer cordless grinder. And whenever the cabinets was stuck to the floor, we ended up jacking them up with these jacks right here. These things are built good and durable, and the brand name is Jazor. We had to move the refrigerator, the cabinets, the countertop, the sink, unplug all the plumbing lines, the whole 9 yards. And now we're busting up the cement with the Hilti Demolition hammer. Once the cement's busted up, we're going to do the same thing we've done on the other side, start digging everything out a little bit at a time until we can access the plumbing drain that we're looking for. And being that this is solid cast iron pipe, we're going to have a special blade to cut right through it, and this Dewalt blade is better than any of them I've seen yet.
Dewalt Elite blade.
Just look how smooth it cuts with this Kobalt Reciprocating Saw. It cut through it better than any diamond tip blade I've used. Now we'll walk around this kitchen counter, go into the bathroom, and remove the pipe from the other side. Then we're going to get all of our supplies ready to put this thing back together, but before we do that, we're going to auger out the pipes to make sure that the drain's cleared. We took a pry bar back there and cleaned out what we could access within the pipe, and then we're using this rigid auger to auger it out. But here's what the bad section of pipe looked like that we cut out of here. It was rotted out on the bottom of the pipe. Whenever this thing was getting augered out over the years, it was just dropping down and going beneath the pipe instead of through the pipe. And every pipe on this property from the 1970s is in the same condition as this. This is just the first domino to fall. Now we got the PVC pipe hub banded to this. Everything is glued together and installed the way it's supposed to be, so we set the kitchen countertop right on top of the hole for now. We went and grabbed all the cement and other materials that we needed to come back and finish filling the holes. In the meantime, this faucet was destroyed and leaking all over the place, so the landlord told us to go ahead and replace it, so I gave it an upgrade to a brand new single handle Delta. Used my Capri tool plier wrench to loosen up the supply line. I took this old one out here and stripped it down for parts using my Channellock. You never know whenever you can use parts to make a good one. I actually rebuilt a brand new faucet just like this. That saved me about $100 that I could use for somebody else. Anytime you can save some money and make some money by doing something this simple, it's well worth trying to do. One of our guys come in here and took his Bauer SDS, started busting up the tile floor because we are going to be reflooring this bathroom and adding some new baseboard. We've already got the cement poured and leveled out, so we put the kitchen countertops and cabinets back in place, secured everything to the wall. We're getting the measurement on the square footage of the new tile that we're going to need, and we got a guy going down to Lowe's to get everything we need for this job. But I tell you what, I'm sitting here liking this light. The more that I use it, and the more that I look at it. It's actually got some ports for you to put your USB to charge your phone, and it's got somewhere where you can plug in a regular receptacle plug. Currently on sale for 50 bucks instead of 80 bucks. That's a deal worth getting. The cement patch is still drying in the bathroom. That ain't no problem because we're going to come in here and add the glue and the tile tomorrow. But in the meantime, his bathtub drain was stopped up, so we went ahead and augered that one out as well as his bathroom sink. That's when we found out that the kitchen sink drain that we just now fixed is still clogged up, so we went ahead and augered that out too. Somebody upstairs keeps putting stuff down the drain that they're not supposed to. Now, I done a review on these pliers and said I was going to get rid of them, but I ended up keeping them and using them. That's what I used to reassemble this sink. So you can expect a follow-up video soon. I also replaced the angle stops to make sure he's got some good ones and he can shut off the water. water when he needs to, because the tenant come and opened up one of them valves earlier that didn't have a supply line hooked to it and flooded the apartment. Then we come back to the kitchen and start knocking up the tile floor. We're going to go about halfway across and replace all this flooring from there back, along with adding some new 4-inch baseboard. Unfortunately, there was 2 different layers of tile beneath this. So now all we need is glue, tile, and a transition strip, and this will be done. So the next morning, we rolled in with everything that we needed to get the floor prepped, ready, and put the tile down. As you can see here, we've got everything that we need to do the job, and I do want to point out once again all the different Bauer tools that is here on the job site. Now, this is a fellow contractor that uses Bauer day in, day out. They love this tool brand. All the other guys on the job site use different tool brands like Milwaukee. Some of the guys swear by it. They poke fun at him for using Bauer, but it does all the exact same jobs that they're doing. He said he likes it because if they fail, he can go in and have them exchanged with the warranty that they got at Harbor Freight. Here's what the tile in the kitchen looks like right now. And this guy's kitchen light was already out the entire time we was there, so I went ahead and put a new one in for him. One of the guys is in the bathroom getting all the new floor tile laid down in there, put the baseboard up. The other one's in the kitchen getting this job took care of. Would show you the finished product. Unfortunately, I had to run to another job. We had an emergency call. There was a leak. I got inside the ceiling where the leak was at, had to go upstairs, cut a hole in the wall, and I found this cast iron pipe that is cracked in the vent pipe and in the drain pipe. So this every bit had to be removed and replaced with new PVC. I got the Fernco couplings and the hub bands removed. Now I got the vent pipe removed, the sanitary tee removed. Now I got to work on the drain pipe. Just look at the crack it's running all the way through this right here. And look at how clogged up the cast iron pipe is from the drain side, much less the vent side. You can see that crack going all the way down the side of it through the cement floor. Now, since these riser clamps are close up against the wall, I'm going to have to get a tool to get in there and get those loosened up. Unfortunately, I don't have a Klein pass-through socket wrench set, but I do got this Stanley pass-through socket wrench set, and it does just as good to get this job done. Now, if I get a chance to show you what it looks like brand new, you can pop that clutch, subscribe, and follow along, because I will post the pictures on these other social media platforms. Otherwise, these jobs are done, and it was time to take my kids out to Drake's for the evening because the paycheck was good. But you know what? The ice cream was even better.